And my father, my parents both did me the great honor of taking that seriously. And they got my writings typed up and they had them circulated to friends, and that sort of encouragement definitely shaped both my sense of confidence in myself as a writer, my sense of there being an audience for my writing, but paradoxically also my conviction that I couldn't do this full time, because my parents made it very clear, you can write, that's fine, please write, please publish, but you do your studies because no one makes a living as a writer. Words can kill, words can save, words have an extraordinary power to lay out the possibilities for people in the world of action.
Strangely, I went looking for him at the UN even before I was posted there to get an autograph on his book, the Great Indian Novel. After the end of the Cold War, there was a huge number of peacekeeping operations all around the world, and India participated in many of them. And the person whom we dealt with across the street in the United Nations was Dr. Shashi Tharoor. So I knew exactly how effective he was. And I used to wonder how, with all his full-time job as an official of the UN, he managed to write so much.
He doesn't see it as a stressful thing. He loves it. He could have a deadline, it could be 3 in the morning and he's been working all day and he's writing, but then he gets a joy out of it.
Actually, to be honest with you, last week he filed a column because he had made a commitment. So he came home from a paryadana at 1:30 in the night, and he wrote from 1:30 to 2:30 and filed a column.
His writings have been fiercely independent of any political biases. He was very critical of the Congress party. Incidentally, that also worked that was also a big campaign point here, because the way he criticized emergency, Indira Gandhi or Sanjay Gandhi, or the entire dynastic politics of Congress party.
One of the things that really turned me completely against any notion of government service was when an Indian student in, I believe it was Chicago, who had spoken out with anguish against the emergency back in India, applied to the Indian embassy to get his passport renewed to go back home, and the government refused to renew his passport. And I thought, I cannot imagine in the India that I've known and grown up and cherished and valued that such a thing could even be possible.
And I don't see why anybody cannot, a writer should not and cannot criticize political parties, number one, for specific reasons. That doesn't mean that you are condemning a political party forever, or if that political party changes itself, or at least its basic modalities change or something like that, that you can't function along with that party.
I expected 3 sections of the people here to support him without conditions, without consideration of party loyalties. One, of course, is diplomats, then the intellectuals, the writers, the poets, the thinkers, with whom he has been in touch all through. And the third should be those who have served in the UN peacekeeping operations.
ഞാൻ ലോക്സഭ സ്ഥാനാർത്ഥിയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നത് നമ്മളെല്ലാവരുടെയും ശബ്ദം ഡൽഹിയിൽ കേൾപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നിൽക്കുന്നത്.
നമ്മുടെ അഭിമാനമാണ് ഇത് കാത്തു സൂക്ഷിക്കേണ്ടത് ഓരോരുത്തരും. ഈ സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഈ സാംസ്കാരിക നായകന്മാരെ സാധാരണഗതിയിൽ കൂടാറില്ലാത്തതാണ്. എന്തെങ്കിലും കൂടിയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് മാസസ്യാൽ ഓരോന്നും ഉണ്ടാക്കും. അതായത് മദനിയെ അവിടെ ജയിലിലിട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു, അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ പുറത്തിറക്കാനായിട്ട് സാംസ്കാരിക നായകന്മാർ കൂടുന്നു എന്നൊക്കെ കള്ളം പറഞ്ഞ് കേട്ടിട്ടേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതെ, 3 ദിവസമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഫോൺ വഴിയെങ്കിലും ഓരോരുത്തരെ നേരിട്ട് വിളിച്ചു പറഞ്ഞ് ഓരോരുത്തരുടെ വോട്ട് ഇവിടെ എത്തിക്കണം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു അഭിപ്രായത്തോടുകൂടി ഇവിടെ എന്റെ സംസാരം ഉപസംഹരിക്കുന്നു. നമസ്കാരം.
കാനന ഛായയിൽ ആടുമേക്കാൻ ഞാനും വരട്ടെയോ നിന്റെ കൂടെ. പാടില്ല പാടില്ല നമ്മെ നമ്മൾ പാടെ മറന്നൊന്നും ചെയ്തുകൂടാ. ഇന്നു ഞാൻ കാണും കിനാക്കളെല്ലാം ശശി തരൂരിനെ എംപിയാക്കും. ഇന്നു ഞാൻ കാണും കിനാക്കളെല്ലാം ശശി തരൂരിനെ എംപിയാക്കും. ശശി തരൂരിനെ എംപിയാക്കും. മന്ത്രിയാവില്ല.
Daddy evidently wanted to join politics when he was young, and as all middle-class Malayali families, you know, he was discouraged from that. So Shashi in some ways feels like he's almost living Daddy's dream.
Social commitment and personal ambition, sort of, you know, these two sort of, you know, combine to produce the kind of the new politician that Shashi Tharoor is now.
Once he said that India matters to me a lot today, and I hope one day I will matter to India.
ചരിത്ര പ്രാധാന്യമുള്ള ഐതിഹാസികമായ വിജയമാണ് 1 ലക്ഷത്തിലേറെ വോട്ടിന്റെ ഭൂരിപക്ഷം.
Thank you, Mr. Collector. Thank you. You make a wonderful Prime Minister. All of us are waiting for that. I think somebody else will have to be told that. Handing over the certificates. Well, I look forward to working with you in a new capacity. There's a lot to be done in the city, and I'm counting on your support. Thank you. I, Shashi Tharoor, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge my duties as a Minister of State for the Union, and that I will do right to all manner of people in accordance with the Constitution and the law, without fear or favour, affection or ill will.